Okay, update video. You like my custom hold? Then I was having issues earlier and realized I was shooting with the breech flapping open, but there's no spring because I'm testing. Anyways, so let's go over the results I did playing with stock hammer, Delrin hammer, and a light stainless steel hammer. This is just my scribble scratch writing, but the Delrin hammer was 5.1 grams. Stock hammer was 33.5, and the lighter stainless steel hammer was 16.6. I found that the Delrin hammer, because it was so light, I was having to increase the dwell up to 14 and the LPR up to 50 to reach the same velocity as if it was the stock hammer. Light hammer, similar results, but I wasn't having to increase the dwell or the LPR as much. So I conclude that there's no advantage to going to a lighter hammer within reason, which makes sense because it's a ram, it's fixed stroke, it's not spring driven like a cocker, so there's not as much an advantage to going lighter or heavier depending on your setup. Played with, and I'm using Reballs for all this testing I did. So with the stock hammer, I played with my dwells and my LPR pressures, and I found that it didn't seem to matter. The dwell between 6 all the way up to 14 didn't seem to affect velocity. Only playing with the LPR did. So when I increased my LPR, velocity went up. Which is interesting because my stock valve never did that to the same effect that the Lazarus valve does. My gun seems to be happy at a dwell of 8 and the LPR of 42.5 to 45. So anyways, here is the Reballs. And that's not perfect. You can see it's an overbore, but it's a pretty consistent round overbore, unlike the actual paint. Ideally, I'd be shooting Reballs at a 670, but the only barrel that I know of that makes 670 is for cockers. So I am going to eventually try and buy one of those. Rich Sconey makes a 670 insert barrel. It's the ones Nova uses. He had them made for them. But I'm going to have to make my own adapter to use those inserts on here. It'll be for testing. I won't actually play with it. But this is the best I can do is 675. So anyways, pardon my bad cameramanship. I'm doing this one-handed. So I'm going to set this here, and you can stare at my forklift for a second while I load it onto the gun. But overall, really happy with the performance of the valve. Consistency, really happy with it. So now I'm going to show you, is that aired up? It's aired up. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference in velocity from my Valken graffiti paint to the Reballs. And it's shooting the same 675 insert. So, one-handed, that's no problem. I don't shoot the forklift. Okay, so the Valken graffiti. And the breech. There's the graffiti in there. So there we go. 665, 674, 696, 685, 89, 76, 95. It all depends on what side of the football goes into the barrel first. I love today's paint quality. 676, 686, or 286, 291, 283, 258. Whoa. That seems to be something else going on. shot. 330. Oh, I just shot my reballs out in the field. Well, I should pay more attention doing that. I'll have to go fetch those later. It's like, well, do I have one on? 294, 292, 293, 276, 285. So let's just average it 285. All right, so my actual intentionally shooting my reballs. Put my hopper on. And I will say, anyone that does testing or tech work, even if you're just working on your own guns, then reballs are the way to go. Just because paint is so shit. It's hard to figure out when you're having consistency issues if it's the gun, is it the paint. But anyways, here we go. Aim that into my fancy net back there. Oh, hopper's not up. There we go. 335, 330, 327, 322, 320, 321, 324, 316, 323, 327. So let's average it saying 285 feet per second is around 325 with reballs. So anyways, just shoot some more. Sorry for the beeping. I couldn't figure out how to turn the beeping off of my old Chrono. And so I'll show you. LPR is about 42 to 43, and my HPR, if I can get a good shot of it, there we go, is, come on, focus, 170. Yep, 170. Okay. 28. 320, 329. Oh, there went a reball in the field. 327. So, overall, let me turn the top off. I am happy with how the Lazarus valve is performing. I'm going to keep it in there and shoot it at Super Game and do some more long-term testing. But I am happy with it, and I plan on finding out and getting some quotes on getting the valves made, the valve bodies. Not 100% say I will, but I'm going to work towards it after Super Game. So anyways, take the results with what you will. I'll try and get more results down the road as far as how efficient it is that I'll be testing at Super Game, and then also truly getting a bore that'll match this at 270 and actually truly testing how consistent it is shot to shot. So there you go.